Is up, everybody? We are back. A beautiful Victory Tuesday, if you will. TPB pod number 126, the Jalen Hurts Saquon Barkley episode. Look at that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Especially
Or
after this last game. Huh?
Randall
And
Cunningham, Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. Well, based on how Jalen was dressed, that one works too. You saw he wore the what were they? Like black, they weren't Air Force Ones, like, but they were like
They
whatever.
were an ode to Randall Cunningham.
Yeah. So basically, Randall Cunningham wore like these black shoes every time he played, and Jalen wore them as a homage to Randall. And everybody knows about the respect those two got for each other. So it's always cool to see like the connections between different eras of Eagles football. But something that we've had as a part of this era of Eagles football is usually we don't lose to the Giants because in the past we had Boston Scott, the Giant Killer, who was in the building, I believe. He was in the building on Sunday, so they had to get the vibes in there just to make sure. But we got the dismantling that we kind of were asking for. That we were like, hey, you guys got to go out there and play your brand of football. And the Eagles beat the Giants 38-20. We saw them finally be able to open up the run game. A lot of that was due to them kind of doubling down on that sixth O lineman with Fred Johnson on the field. And then we saw them being able to take some shots throughout the field, and it was just it was an efficient game. And this is what we kind of were asking for. And this is especially me. I said, like, I just want to see them build, right? I think that's the word that I kept kind of coming back to, was I want to see them continue to build on the positive things that we saw against the Vikings, and I felt like we saw that. Now, obviously, it was a Giants team that came in depleted and obviously took a hit mid-game or at the beginning of the game with Cam Scatterboo going out with that gruesome ankle injury. I mean, that just sucks. And I think hopefully now maybe the national media can shut up about Eagles fans, because I think you just see Eagles fans, like Birds fans, we just love ball players, and Cam Scatterboo lives for ball, and like, you hate that he's on the other team, but you have to respect him. And I think that's what you saw with the standing ovation that they gave Scatterboo as he was off the field. But regardless, Eagles came out, played their brand of football, and meant it was a great weekend. How are you guys feeling today?
Feeling good, man. I echo your sentiments, man. They got back to playing Philadelphia Eagles football. Smash mouth, run the ball. We're going to run it at you. There's nothing you can do to stop that type of football. We're going to hit our deep shots. So, doing good, man. Doing good. And you brought up the score. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I feel like I had the score the closest.
It was close. Okay, I was right there. All right.
It really was 38-13. That touchdown at the end don't matter.
It was close. Yeah, I had said the 14 for the Giants as well. So not looking at the guy over there who was like, oh, it's gonna be close. Just kidding.
You mean the guy who said that they would score 33 points, but then they scored that foo touchdown?
Listen. I'm just saying, man. You thought the Giants were gonna score more. Quell love the Giants.
Well, number one Giants fan.
Give us our wubba lubba dub dub, bro. How are you doing?
Wubba lubba dub dub to those who celebrate. It is I, the one and only Marquell Fripp Owens. And like you guys have kind of outlined, it's all peaches and cream, sunshines and birds in Philadelphia. But I mean, like you kind of guys have outlined, it got back to smash mouth football. The fact that they had 230 or 276 rushing yards in the game.
Brother, Tank Bigsby, man.
Well, so I mean, Tank Bigsby, the running back, is pretty good. That's what we like to see. Now, I don't know why they were seeing him as Devin Hester incarnate, but damn, Tank Bigsby, the running back, he can run that rock. That was fun to see. Like, I'm not gonna lie, every time he was running, I was like, hold on to the ball, because he was running through like 6 guys every time. I was like, bro, just hold on to it. But tip of the cap, bro. And it's not like he played the whole game. He kind of got carries a little bit later into the game, and he just started running that rock.
I mean, that big 26-yard run helped give him a jet start. But the fact that he got to 100, it's pretty fun. I was just actually about to say, of that 276, 150 from Barkley, 104 from the aforementioned Tank Bigsby. But it was kind of ode to Eagles pass. I know Pierre felt like a blast from the past watching this game. I mean, he was missing the Deshaun Jackson or the AJ Brown in our offense this week, but it's kind of more closer to 2014 than 2013 when you had your Jeremy Maclin and McCoy and the Eagles offense, Vic running around, or at that time Nick Foles. But me bringing that up, the first time since 2013 that the Eagles have 200-yard rushers who happen to be Shady McCoy and
Bryce Brown.
Yeah,
Let's
Bryce
go,
Brown.
dude. What a
Tank
pull.
Bigsby was actually very reminiscent of Bryce Brown during that game, man. Shout out to Bryce Brown,
Shout out
Tennessee's
Bryce
finest,
Brown.
UConn's finest.
Big time, dude. He was a dog, bro. Bryce Brown. There was like that stretch in like it was in 2014 where he was just cooking, bro. Oh man, that was a time. That was a time. Thank you for that blast from the past, Well, that was I haven't heard that name in a long time.
The Eagles fan in me jumped a little bit when I seen that. All I could see was that big one against Carolina. You will never be forgotten as long as I'm alive, King.
Absolutely. And I mean, in terms of firsts, you said it was the first since 2014.
13.
First game of the 2025 season that the Eagles outgained their opponent. So that's always a good sign as well. It really just felt like the offense was firing on all cylinders. This is what we've been kind of asking for. And what we've been asking for is building the run off the pass and the pass off the run. And it felt like on Sunday that was the case. They were able to keep the defense off balance. It wasn't just trying to force something to make it happen. It was like, oh, the flow of the game allows us to do these things, to take these shots, to take those, bigger punches. If you go back to the boxing analogy, you have some space for the cross or the uppercut or something like that. You were able to get into that rhythm. And I just was really happy to see that and to see that growth from Patullo as well. I think you do have to give credit to Patullo here today as well. And like we said, the Giants depleted roster. They were missing a bunch of guys on defense, especially in the secondary. But well called game, man. Well called game. How did you guys feel about that?
Speaking of tooting your own horns and anything, I mean, it ain't like this. It's definitely not the world beaters of the Eagles defense last year. But I did say that if you give the guys some time, oddly enough, the same week 9 stretch point that I gave the Eagles defense last year, I said, if you give Kevin Patullo some time, I start having concern if by week 9 we look the same. And here we are, running into the bye week at week 9, and to hear Parth say, damn, good Kevin Patullo game. Got to give credit where credit is due. Here we are making progress, man. So there's a start. But in terms of the Kevin Patullo game itself, like I said on the pregame show, all I needed for them is kind of like continue to build on what they're doing and stick to the niche, stick to what was working. You guys committed to the bit, the under center, the play action became to open up a little bit. And I mean, you talked about the boxing analogy of crossers and uppercuts. Speaking of crossers, did you see Devonta Smith running the crossers across the middle of the field? Offense from the Philadelphia Eagles from under center play action. It felt like I was watching Space Jam or something. Like, what the hell is this going on?
They can do this? They're allowed? What?
20 out of the 56 plays, well, the Eagles actually ran 59, but 3 of those were Tanner McKee kneels. But of the 56 real offensive snaps on the day, 24 of them came from under center. So again, talk about committing to the bit. I was very impressed.
That's the most in the Nick Sirianni era of under center snaps.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like you talked about, Parth, we talked a lot about the marriage between the run and the pass, and kind of those under center snaps. They kind of served as a bridge between those two. And I think, like we said, we saw that in both the run game and the passing game. Like you talked about, Q, with the crossers, the play action passing game and everything like that. And, you're able to get the run game going. You get the O-line settled in with Brett Toth, the backup center in. Then you're able to get in the gun and run the ball there and mix in the pass off of that. So I think it's all just the variety that it added. You're able to have a lot of optionality in terms of what you want to call. And then on the Patullo front, I feel like there's been a lot of talk about Patullo kind of settling in the last 2-3 games and kind of step in the right direction for him and everything like that. But I'll pose a question to y'all. How much of that is the aforementioned him settling in versus the execution from the players just being better? Like, You saw the second play of the game, Saquon, he had the 65-yard touchdown. Like some of those same run concepts that they called them before. It's just they weren't executed right. They weren't blocked up right. But now they're executing.
It's a good question, and it's a fair question, but I think the answer is not an exciting one in that it just comes down to both, right? It comes down to the players feeling more confident in the plays that are being called. I also think the addition of the sixth lineman has helped a lot because you get another body there. You have somebody else who can just help pick up blocks, and we know we've been decimated. And Brett Toth also played his best game as an Eagle, and you have to give credit there as well, especially after we were cooking him last podcast. He played really well, but I just
that touchdown actually went through his gap. Him and Landon Dickerson worked well. That 65-yard touchdown went right through that gap.
Yeah,
Landon played way better too. Way better.
He looked much healthier, and I think that's also a portion of it. But I also think they're just calling some of the different some different things. Like we've kind of pointed out with the under center play action and those types of things. I think belief is a hell of a thing, right? Quell talked about it last game with the Giants, right? With the Giants, they just felt like they were rolling, that they had everything in front of them. They had it the way they wanted. They could play games the way they wanted to play. I think the Eagles are starting to get a little bit of that, and I think having that time with Patullo, I just think they've all kind of grown, and I think they've all just kind of adjusted as time has gone on, and now things are just kind of clicking. There were a lot of 50-50 things that weren't working our way. We've seen regression and progression to the mean with this Eagles football team with 2022, 23, and then going to 25, whatever it might be. But we've seen them go through the ups and the downs, and I just think now things are clicking. Now, of course, you have to put the disclaimer, we played the Giants, right? And the Giants were good, but they were missing a lot of guys.
Buddy, were they missing a lot of guys? They came into the game missing some guys, but
right. And then they lost guys in the game. I mean, the guy that Jahan,
I felt so bad. I had to ignore Joe Schumann phone call this time. I seen it. I was like, buddy, if you would have called me yesterday, the game is actively on. I'm not answering this one, but if you'd have seen the guy that they was trotting out there at cornerback, never took an NFL snap, and as many as me, you, and Parth.
I felt bad.
It reminded me. It reminded me.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the days of Michael Jaquette.
I felt so bad for the guy getting pass interference, and it's not even like he was getting cooked by Devonta Smith. AJ Brown, who we know didn't play, but he's getting pass interference called on him guarding Darius Cooper. He's getting head tapped by Jahan Dotson. Like, it's the Eagles B team just dunking on your head. How does this? Come here,
demoralizing.
Buddy. Very. Come here, buddy. Stand beside me.
Michael Jaquette was right, because it felt like one of those games where it's like the guy is so out of the realm of being good that you just kind of were like, oh man, I hope you just get one. You feel bad for the guy. I saw Jahan moss him, and they're like, he just got called up from the practice squad, and I was like, oh, damn, man.
10 days ago on the call up.
That is tough, brother.
I was like, oh.
I was
ready to learn Philadelphia Eagles football. This boy about to hear "Fly Eagles Fly" so much today, he gonna know the words on the bus home.
They should have had that. The talk they had with Dart about playing in a hostile environment. They should have had it with him. Buddy. I don't know, man.
Speaking of that, and as you mentioned, Pierre, praise to Cam Scatterboo. Hopefully he gets well soon. My expectation, I expect to see him, if not OTAs, but around that time. He should be back. But just a gruesome injury. And shout out to Big Dom for such a pleasurable stay while he was going through that the surgery and all the things that came with it. But they talked all this trash about hostile environments. And you made it seem like the guy was walking into a torture chamber or something. And for them, I'm pretty sure that they thought that they'd get the Michael Irvin treatment once he went down. But kudos to the Philadelphia fans for the ovation that they gave him. And just, man.
Philadelphia Eagles fans aren't that bad, man. They aren't that bad.
Everybody
it's just social media narrative.
Dude, I saw somebody talking about, they were like, they don't allow glass bottles at games anymore because Eagles fans threw them. It was Browns fans. It's just like, dude, come on. Can you guys at least be factual? Yeah. And like I said, Quell, at the beginning of the podcast, we appreciate ball players. If you know what, I can give you a perfect example. Jared Verse. That guy could not shut his mouth about Philadelphia. And at the end of it, he was like, no, like you just kind of got to respect it. Like they're as crazy as we are. And like, they're not insane people. Like we're insane people, but we're not bad people. And I think that there needs to be a distinction there. You can be insane and not bad. You can be insanely awesome, insanely good. Not, you know what I mean?
It's passion, bro. It's passion. And I've had this conversation with someone before, but like Philadelphia Eagles fans or Philadelphia sports fans in general, they get a bad rap because they're passionate, because they care. And they care almost to a fault. Like the whole booing thing and everything like that. Like that gives them a bad rap. I don't feel like sports fans should be ridiculed for caring.
Sorry, I
paid
care.
my dollars for this, and you play like that.
Exactly. Like people spend their time.
And I know you
money.
can play better. Yeah. They don't like if you suck and you're getting booed, it's one thing. Yeah, I get it. Oh man, it might suck, but like you suck and you're not good. And the other half of it is like, we also know you can play better. Do it. Like the time the Eagles really boo is actually honestly not even when they're bad. It's when they're not trying. When you just kind of go out there and you're just kind of waltzing around, that's when you get booed. If you go out there and you're just grinding, like you're not really getting booed like that. But that's a conversation for every day, I guess, because it comes up all the time and it's so frustrating. But overall, I think there was a lot to like. I know we talked about the offense a little bit there. But defensively, it's funny, especially after the conversation that we had at the end of last podcast, that the defensive line, if you're bad but giving effort, we'll give you grace. Jalen Mills, yeah, that's a damn good one.
Not too much on the Goblin, man. Not too much on the Goblin.
Oh brother.
That Julio Jones. That Julio Jones.
Oh my gosh. Quentin Grimes, you are my savior.
I'm wait, which play did you just see? The block or what?
The 3 to tie the game.
Oh, am I behind? How many seconds you at?
28.
Oh, I'm at 22 and a half. Okay. All right. So yeah, Sixers are on right now too. And everybody knows. Gotta watch the Sixers right now. Josh McCown became a Philly legend off a playoff game we lost. Absolutely. Yeah, he was atrocious in that game, but he played on he played on one hamstring. Actually, it might have been half a hamstring. I'm pretty sure he got injuries in both hamstrings, if I'm remembering correctly, by the end of it. But dog, that's exactly what it is. So, going back to the conversation that I just kind of brought up, the defensive line kind of woke up, man. What was it? 5 sacks?
Yeah,
five sacks on.
But as Big Zen said, he think they could have played better, which I agree with. So many times I watched, like, gosh, just got to bring the kid down, man. It got to a point where they had 5 sacks, but so many of them I was sitting there like, yo, can you like sack this guy? Like, I'm just holding my breath, hoping. And shout out to Jalen Son, big Jalen Son game, big Jalen Son game.
Big game, he just continues. He continues to shine, bro. Both against the run and the pass. Like he's developing, like before our very eyes, like on a week-to-week basis.
His growth is.
Shout out to Q.
Spectacular to see. Absolutely. It was really fun to just see the amount of stunts on the defensive line, the tackle and stunts that they had going on. Where, if you can do it, it's a killer. You know what I mean? But a lot of teams just aren't able to pull it off. But you got to have like that chemistry that we talked about with some of these Georgia guys have, and now that they have it with a lot of the guys on the defensive line. They've been playing for 2 seasons together, so it's fun to see those things pop up. What's up?
It's cool to see. They actually talked about it on the broadcast from the opposite end on the New York Giants front. I believe Jalen had a scramble where the Giants, the pressure got there quick, but he just like stepped up through the pocket and got an easy first down off it. And I believe it was Brady. It was Brady calling the game, right?
Yes, yeah. It was.
It was Brady. He was like, man, they need to work on some stunts and twists to basically keep it get hurt caged in. So I started paying attention a little more on the opposite side of the ball because that was the same issue that the Eagles have had, not just with Jackson Dart over the last 3 weeks, or 2 of the last 3 weeks, but just mobile quarterbacks in general. Bo Nix has some success with it.
I'm sorry. Are you watching, Quill?
I haven't got there yet.
You are about to see a hell. Oh my God! I have no Bona. We got a comment in the chat here. Adem Bona. That was unbelievable.
Actually, now that you brought it up, I can't believe that. Like, once you mentioned it and you said that I was behind you, I'm like, you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. This game is on in my local market, and I'm still streaming illegally. What's wrong with me?
It's ingrained in you, bro. You're like, oh,
Bro has an addiction.
he needs the rush of clicking through all the pop-ups. He's like, I get them
Pop-ups.
before they even open up.
It doesn't feel right.
But
sorry, Qua, I didn't mean to interrupt you, bro.
No, just for the Eagles, on the Eagles front, start paying attention to what they were doing defensively. And I mean, of course, like I mentioned, Jackson Dart, Bo Nix, just a few of the quarterbacks they played against have given them troubles in terms of scrambling. Hell, Matthew Stafford pulled one out of the hat against this defense. So them against mobile quarterbacks, or scrambling quarterbacks, I should say, has not been ideal. But then to see them put out some of those stunts and twists that you talked about, they did a really good job of trying to cage Dart in, because Dart, like Hurts, a lot of his runs came from maneuvering through the pocket and not escaping the edges. That's the one thing about this game that I like. I hate watching young quarterbacks. I hate watching quarterbacks in general, and they turning their back to the, like Jalen had one of those plays. He just did a 360 in the pocket, and he turned around, and Brian Burns was in his face, and I'm looking like, goodness gracious, brother, what am I watching here? What are you doing?
It felt like 2019 Jalen Hurts. I was like, bro, what? Don't run backwards. No.
I mean, if you're gonna go backwards, keep your eyes on the defense. My man did 360. He was doing the Jackson 5 turn out there, talking about some nobody's gonna get me. Like, what are you doing, brother? But anyway, that's one of the cooler things to watch in Dart, how he maneuvers the pocket. But they did a good job of trying to create havoc in some of that construct in the middle of the interior of the offensive line where he would like to escape at. And it worked to an extent. He had, I think it was 2 scrambles on the day. I don't think they resulted in much, but they did a pretty good job of keeping him boxed in. So that was noticeable.
Yeah, and a big part of that was the uptick in zone that they played. They played a lot more man in the last game. In this game, they played a lot more zone. And that's an adjustment from the DC. You know, you see what a quarterback can do and you have to adjust, right? And Dart showed the ability to run the ball last week, and so we had to minimize that, right? That was 2 weeks ago, but that put a lot of stress on our defense. So I'm glad we were able to adjust that.
Yeah, they also didn't blitz him as much too as they did on the Thursday night game.
Yeah,
I believe he was blitzed on just 25.8% of his dropbacks. And in terms of just blitz rate in general of the season, that was the lowest blitz rate of the season for Fangio. So,
because I think when you're playing those zones, it was kind of like a coverage type of game for him. Like when you're playing zone like that and you're facing a young quarterback like Dart, it allows you to confuse him.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Went to OT. I got to put up on my phone right here.
Yes, sir. OT. Good defense by. Looks like he switched. Yeah, Middleton with Grimes on him. It looks like.
Oh man, thank you goodness. If this was like 2017, barbecue chicken alert.
And I just
exactly the comment right here. Big Zen made Jackson Dart read a defense exactly.
And it's not even just how he made him read the defenses, because then you look at how Dart was able to do against the non-pressures versus the pressures. When the Philadelphia did send the pressure, he was 4 for 6, 61 yards and a touchdown, a 67% completion percentage. So continued to carve up the pressure. It began as a whole, you're going to have to show me, kid. Maybe that was a fluky game. I didn't have my guys, but he kept showing them and it kept working out. I mean, granted, I believe one of those pressures was that Scatterboo touchdown, and god damn did they miss an obvious hold on the Kobe Dean right there. Like, happened right in the ref's face. But I mean, we can't really be the one to complain about the referees this week.
They were atrocious the whole game for both sides. Yeah. For both sides. I mean, like they can bring up the Jalen Hurts fumble, the tush push, but there was also the strip sack that that looked like a strip sack to me, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and they were complaining about the PI, but if you watch that live, it was a pretty clear
initiated
push-up.
Contact. He initiated the contact.
I ain't never seen somebody. First of all, how you guarding somebody with your head down and you hugging their back? My man was doing the booty club dance on my wide receiver, and you talking about this is not pass interference. He's pushing off him. Yeah, he's pushing off him because he's grabbing all over. What do you want me to do?
I was talking about the Quinion one, but that one
Oh,
too.
I thought you was talking about the one on old boy that just
No.
made
I know the one you're talking about after that. Sorry, going back to that point about how we were kind of disguising things for Dart. It was interesting because I read Fran Duffy's article on all PHLY, and I can't remember the exact play, but there was a play where the Giants were in empty. The nice thing about empty, we've talked about it on this podcast, is that it can give you easy answers, right? It lets you know what the defense is doing. So they were in empty, and they have a wide receiver motion across the formation, and as he does, nobody moves with him. So you would essentially think, okay, then it's zone. Nobody moved with the receiver. Now I know that it's zone. Dart snaps the ball. It was man. They were running man, and they just didn't push anyone over, and they just adjusted on the other side of the defense. And so then he goes to the zone beater side of it, and he's looking there, and he's like, oh, geez, it's man. And I believe it turned into a sack. So interesting to see some of those wrinkles that they can pull off, because that's always fun, because people go to empty to get easy answers. I know this. We know the Sixers do. They do it regularly. So it's always fun to see that game within the game. Yeah. Earlier this year. Did I say the Sixers?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I'm looking. Right. I'm looking at this. I was like,
I'm about to say,
am
they running 5 hours. I haven't seen that on the screen.
I was like, I'm pretty sure we've run empty this year. Like, we were running a little bit earlier this year. No, yeah, I'm watching the OT right now. We can't, of course, we just can't get a bucket right now. But
I can't buy one. I just watch Tyrese Maxey just dance around and just shoot.
They get too much into that, dude. I want them to just like swing the ball a little bit. And like Maxey, obviously I love him, but it's the same thing with Joe, bro. I'm like, stop complaining about the calls. Get your ass and run down the field, run down the court, bro. Run down the court. I just see this too often. He puts the hands up, and I'm like, dude, you're not getting the calls. They just don't give them to you. It's not fair. They don't give it to you. Get back on defense. Like, we need you there. But I'm just an old man screaming at my computer now. So what can you do about that? But anyways, what else from the game? Do you guys have any other, major takeaways?
Yeah, shout out to
Kobe,
man. Big Keely Ringo game. Targeted 3 times, gave up 0 catches for 0 yards. Didn't hear his name. I mean, Big Zen was asked about this in his presser, and I mean, he still mentioned getting JB back first and foremost. So it sounds like they're really excited about the prospects of getting Ja'Cory and Bennett back and what it could possibly be for the defense. Might actually really give him a chance. But at the same time, he also tried not to give up too much. He mentioned we're getting Adoree Jackson healthy, but just the fact, like I mentioned, he didn't hear his name. He played a quality game. Second week in a row, he played a quality game after that abysmal effort. And sometimes you just need a welcome to the NFL moment. You just need to get dunked on a little bit for you to light a fuel under your ass, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. We also go ahead, Parth.
No, I was just gonna say to that point. I mean, I think we've said it on this podcast before, especially before the days of Slay and Quinion. But we said, like, a day where you don't hear your name called as a corner, that's a damn good name. That's a damn good day. We've gotten used to having these big name guys.
Corner and O-line.
You just don't want to hear your name called, and that's good. And now if you get your name called and you're a star, it's one thing. But usually, if you're getting your name called, it's because you got cooked in some way, shape, or form. So definitely good to see more tests on the horizon, right? Like we have for both sides of the ball. There's gonna be some tests in the coming weeks, and I just think they're starting to click at the right time. So I hope they can keep that forward momentum. Go ahead, Pierre. Talk about my guy.
Yeah, we also saw Nakobe Dean. And like you texted in the chat, man. Like defensively, just the feel of the unit, the physicality, like physical aspect. This you can tell it's different when he's there. He outsnapped. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know he outsnapped Jahad Campbell this week. And like we were talking about in the chat earlier, I think it's a matchup specific thing because the Giants, they're more 12 heavy personnel. And like we talk about, Nakobe, he's better against the run. Jahad, better against the pass. So I think it'll be a matchup specific type of thing, but it's also a thing where I think they're trying to find ways to get all 3 of them, being Zach Bond, Jahad, and Nakobe, on the field more. I don't know if it's going to be a full-time thing, but I think they're going to look into how they can get them on the field, all 3 of them together more.
Yeah, it was very reminiscent of, and I brought this up earlier in the year when we played against the Rams, because of course we played against the aforementioned Nate Lehman, but it was very reminiscent of what happened in Atlanta last year when we had, of course, great friend of the pod, Kenny Gritson, and he talked to us about how Nate was so great against the run, but then Troy Anderson was he was the pass defender. And so just figuring out how to operate between base and nickel. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good problem to have for the most part. Like, I feel like this is a great problem to have. But then you get plays like the Scatterboo touchdown where you got Dean in coverage, and I'm like, no.
Well, the other one, he gave up another one too. It was
it was down the sideline to the that was also just a hell of a catch. That was unbelievable because Dean had his hand in between his arms. He was pushing the ball, and he still made the catch. I was like, sometimes you just gotta tip your cap to the other guy.
But it also becomes a thing where you don't want it to become like a tell where if Dean is in,
right,
you can throw on him. If Campbell is in, you can run.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it might look different once we get some of these guys back healthy, but base sets, they had all three guys on the field. And that to me kind of indicates what you're saying, Pierre, and what I've been kind of calling for all year. As soon as Nakobe got healthy, it's like just get the three of those guys out there. You have
all year is in the last 2 weeks.
Oh my god, dude! No.
It's been all year. It's been all year.
I brought this up on the Sean Syed podcast. I brought this up as soon as we drafted Jihad because I went back and I looked at the Bears. I was like, dude, they had Leonard Floyd, Danny Trevathan, and Roquan Smith. Like, they can make it work. And Nakobe. Well, Nakobe's my guy, brother. We fought about that for 3 hours on draft day.
But I'm surprised you haven't sat in front of the front door at Athens waiting for him to return.
Dude, that's if he shows up, that is the one Georgia player where I'd be like, oh, shout out, man.
You got me.
Shout out to you, bro. I'm a fan. You got me. You got me. But I just. Like you said, Pierre, he brings an element of physicality but like you said, Quell, like he can get picked on in situations, and you don't want it to be a tell. But I think the ways that you can get the three of them out there, and you just can continue kind of workshopping ways. I just think it's going to be good for this team to have. I'll use your word for you. The multiplicity of it all. Of having those guys out there because. Like we talked about.
So when you've been last couple of pods, you've been saying you've been getting tired.
I said it. I even thought about it. I thought about it earlier this week. I was like, I'm gonna drop a multiplicity and just for Pierre. I've been hating on it so much. I was thinking about it offline. I was like, I gotta drop a multiplicity for Pierre because I've just been ragging on the word the last 2 weeks.
You know the other one I thought about?
Which one?
I'm gonna start using? Optionality.
Blase? Which one?
No, optionality.
Duplicity, multiplicity, optionality. We have all the ICDs and addies. Like, oh man! But it's fun to see, and I hope we just continue to get healthy, continue to see these fun sets. You have football players on this team. It's the way that Vic described Cooper DeSheen. I thought that was a cool description. Somebody else talked about him in the same way. I forget. Do you guys know who it was? You're talking about Coop. They basically just said it was somebody on the team. I forget, but they basically just said Coop's a football player. Like you can put him anywhere.
I think it was it Malata?
I think that sounds right. I think that sounds right. But you can put him anywhere on the field and he can make things shake. And I think we have a lot of guys like that. We have a lot of just football players, and that's fun. That's a lot of fun. You get really good defenses with football players. So
positionless football.
Isaiah Simmons. Shout out to Isaiah Simmons. Right now. Where is he? Is he still on the Cardinals?
No,
I don't think so. No, I don't know if he's in the league.
He was on the Giants last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm not sure where he is now. I think he has a home though.
Green Bay.
Yeah,
Green Bay.
Multiplicity defense.
See them next week.
We'll see him next week.
2 weeks.
I'm really excited to deep dive them. They're a fun team.
That's good. That's kind of the one I've had my eye on.
In the red zone, that's been very Bush.
That makes sense.
Get a ball to Josh Jacobs.
It makes sense. I'm excited for that game because I think there's tests for both sides of the ball, and I think it's just going to be a good litmus test of like where we're at with another really strong NFC powerhouse team right now. We got two of those. We got two of those in a row. Packers and Lions. It's gonna be an interesting couple of weeks. But if there's anything we know about this Eagles team and Jalen Hurts, they rise to the occasion. So I'm excited. I'm excited for these next couple of weeks. It's gonna be some good football. You guys got anything else, or should we discuss some trade deadline stuff? What are you guys thinking?
Let me get on my soapbox here about Jalen Hurts. The
The
obligatory
LFG player of the
Hurts
game,
segment.
baby. LFG player of the game.
Yeah, but we talked about the Eagles' success from under center dating back to last week and this past game. I think it's the natural development that we've come to know from Jalen in terms of his willingness to operate under center. He talked about it, how he's willing to go under center, willing to do different things like that. But just overall, the execution that we've seen from him in terms of like the decisiveness as a thrower, throwing over the middle of the field, throwing down the field. Even just independent of the under center runs, he's just executing at a really high level right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Zach Berman that asked him after the game, is like, is he heating up? And he was like, it's just the beginning or something like that. So I think man, it's looking up for him, man. It's looking up for him. I'm proud of him.
This is the jump that I've been asking for, dude. I said it last year. I was like, I think we're going to be able to see Jalen just become a little bit more of a pure passer. And I think that's the progression he's wanted to take as well, because the reality is, look, your legs are a superpower. You're jacked. You could squat 500, 600 pounds, whatever it is, but it's not sustainable forever, right? And I think Jalen Hurts knows that. He wants to play a long time, wants to win a lot of Super Bowls. And I think the way to do that is you adjust your game over the years. And we've seen the greats do that. And I think this is one of those evolutions, right? It's like the Pokemon evolution right now. He's evolving right now. So it's fun to see, man. It's really fun to see the confidence that he's playing with. And as much as we talked about Jalen being a game to game, or being a shooter within the games, building on completions as he goes, I think we're seeing that in a week to week way as well, and I think that's really important. Sorry, I got distracted. Another big bona point. So,
it puts me in the mind of what he said pre-draft, where it's like they asked him about his development, and like I think what was the quote? Q, he was like,
and
I don't aim for the
jumping around. Oh my gosh.
He said, I don't aim for the moon. I don't aim for the sun because I might pass that too, or something to that effect. It's just a continued evolution and development.
You talking about his Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
I believe the one you're referring to is the basically he has no. They asked him what's his cap. He has no ceiling. There is no graces. Basically, no cap on how good he can be. The potential is through the roof. So I mean, of course, he continues to show us that week to week. And I mean, of course, the most polarizing quarterback in the league, obviously, but kind of goes into my point of what I was just about to say, where polarizing or not, Jalen Hurts, what's different to me, sorry, this is a bit of a soapbox, I'll make it quick, but there's a difference to me. What's different to me, I spoke a lot to you guys specifically, but about how in 2023, just watching football was so abysmal to me. And it was because losing the Super Bowl, just the want to of the regular season games beginning not meaning anything because you just wanted to get back to the threshold, and then everything just became the way down and the team began to struggle. And football just was not fun. Versus even when the Eagles were struggling to begin the season this year. And I mean, of course, now it's watching them picking it up, watching Jalen do the things he do, 20 touchdowns, a league lead, by the way.
Interception.
2 turnovers on the year. But watching the Eagles has been fun. Mm-hmm. Watching this team continue to grow into themselves has been fun. Watching this era of Eagles football has been fun. The Eagles are 6-2 or better through 8 games for the 4th consecutive season, which is tied for the longest stretch in franchise history. We are really in the glory days. And it's not like some teams who they make records like that and they have nothing to show for it. We have 2 Super Bowl appearances, a Super Bowl victory. Like, these are the stretch of games that turn kids into fans, things of that nature. Like, it's such a blessing to watch. But
it's a great point. I'm sorry, go on.
Just my before we can talk about some of the offseason, my biggest takeaway of the game is I'm not one to get into the conversation of Kelly Green versus Midnight Green. I mean, you just heard what I just talked about how the era of football we in. Make no mistake that once they change to midnight green, it's no secret that they're winning the game. But damn, those Kelly Green things, as Jalen Hurts call them, are so good, so good. And they know that they are. Since bringing them back in 2023, the Eagles have scored 35 points per game in the Kelly Greens, allowed 20 points, a point differential of 14.8, 5-0 record. It's just man. Oof.
Come on. What a block. That was disgusting.
Let me enjoy for the next half a second. Get that out of here.
I'm still behind. Maxie's still at the free throw line.
I'll give you a flex in a second. Don't worry. I'll give you a flex because there's gonna need to be one, brother.
With that big boner, my boy.
That was filthy, bro.
Great game. Break boner game.
Well, I'm sorry. I was totally zoned out, but you said they're undefeated, right? In the Kelly Greens, have they lost a game?
5-0.
5-0 in the Kelly Greens. Yeah, they put those on and they got to put on a show. Jahan Dotson especially. Somebody put together a highlight reel of Jahan Dotson. It's the Super Bowl and the Kelly Green games. That's literally the highlight reel. It's hilarious. But they're big catches.
They asked him about that after the game, actually, oddly enough. And he was like, I don't know. It does something for me. Look good, feel good, play good.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Bring back the whites. Bring back the white Kelly Greens, man. That'll be cold too. Give me that.
With the silver pants.
Yeah. Sign me up, man. Sign me up.
Also,
now it feels like a disappointment.
The Eagles' offense without AJ Brown was functional.
Yeah, listen, like from the prospect of like we've seen them just be absolute garbage when AJ's not in. It's really nice to see. But AJ, like, you still want AJ. Like, I know people are getting all crazy this week and like
let's not make no mistake.
Let's not be stupid about it because AJ Brown is still AJ Brown.
We are a better team with AJ Brown.
AJ
Brown is a top 3 player in the world at his position.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Smitty's a wide receiver."
All of that is 100%.
Smitty's a wide receiver.
All of that is 100% true. I'm just tired of the antics, bro. I'm tired. It's annoying.
My favorite player of all time is Terrell Owens, brother. I'm born for antics. Give me more.
That's what I'm
saying. As long as you're producing, I do not give a damn.
Exactly.
As long as you're not in your driveway doing sit-ups and stuff.
As long as he's on the Eagles and they are winning and he's putting up numbers, I don't care. Like, honestly, I really don't care. Dude, they're football players. Jalen Hurts is an anomaly. Like, Jalen Hurts is normal. And even Jalen Hurts is a psychopath in his own way. Like, football players are weird, bro, and you have to be at that level to continue
it's
to.
Not even just
try working out for a week consistently. Is it fun? Is it easy? Now go do that 3 times a day, every day, and then go get hit on Sundays. Like, you have to be a special kind of psychopath to make it there, and I can appreciate that. Now, I understand you as well, Pierre. Like, I'm sick of having to hear about it from Diana Rossini. Please, dude.
Yeah, and
your husband is an Eagles
fan,
fan.
Bro.
Your husband is an Eagles fan. Why are you doing that?
I'm just tired of seeing the tweet. Like, you got people pulling up deleted tweets and all.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
It's frustrating, but it doesn't matter.
It's so hilarious because people bringing up deleted tweets. But then you could literally go to AJ Brown's Instagram and find a picture of him in the middle of the supposed beef from last year with him and Jalen Hurts, of him posting them high-fiving each other. It's literally a clip from the game last week after the touchdown where he's celebrating and Jalen come up and they high-five. He like, good move, baby. Like, come on, man. Like, we are making this a whole lot bigger than it needs to be.
Friendships can evolve. You know what I mean? Like AJ has kids. Jalen is married now. Friendships can evolve. And like, of course, you can still have your boy and you guys aren't the same kind of friends that you were when you were 18 because you don't have time for that. You have a different life. You know, like I've seen our friendship evolve over the years. You know what I mean? Like, Quell has a baby now. I live with my fiance now. Like, we have you live in your own place now. Like, things change, right? But that doesn't change that you care about the other person, you know, and that you can still work together, you know. And so to me, like I get it, Pierre, the deleted tweets and all that. But then, you see that. But then on the field, he's with his whole family. They're all decked out in Kelly Green.
No.
Apparently his new boy is Cooper DeJean.
Don't get it misconstrued. Don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying to trade the dude or he stinks or nothing like that. I'm just saying I'm tired of all that. I'm tired of seeing it.
Fair.
It's annoying seeing.
It's fair. It's fair, but as soon as they just kind of get rolling, it'll chill out again. And that's just
glad you came back to your senses a bit because you were talking a little crazy.
Who?
Me? Day. Yeah.
I'm just saying I want him to just not be insane all the time. I've never said AJ Brown has been my favorite player in the league since he was on the Titans, dude. Like AJ Brown has been my guy. That's why I freaked out when we got him. Like that was my favorite receiver. We got him. Just like Pierre said, I just want him to chill a little bit, but I also get it. I also understand it. And it's like I just want it to work, man. I don't want them to fight. I don't want them to fight.
Brother. It's just like, brother, take a deep breath. Like before you hit send or tweet or post or whatever, take a deep breath. Is this really worth it?
I do think was it Jeff McClain? I think he was on some radio show. I don't remember who it was, but he got asked about the whole circumstance. It may have been WIP, but he got asked about the circumstance.
Of course.
And I do think he mentioned something worth noting. It's definitely something that I don't want to say I hadn't taken into consideration, but it's true. Like AJ Brown has talked heavily about his thing with mental health and how some of the stuff that probably shouldn't weigh on the stuff that we talk about with Jalen Hurts. That Jalen Hurts he'll say he doesn't care about the opinion of a sheep, and that's true for a lot of people. But some people they hear the noise. They may act like they don't hear the noise, but they hear the noise. Like, that's what I be saying. Like, if you catch me anytime I can on Twitter or social media, it's like, you guys leave AJ Brown alone. Like, God damn, you cannot like the way he's responding to things and leave the person alone. Like, people could just be so rude.
It's a really good point, bro.
Sports fans in general have a hard time separating the player from the person.
And I was talking about it. Me and Shavin was making a joke.
There's cases not to.
Like
don't separate Rashee Rice, the person, from the player, because that's what the Chiefs like to do and be like 3-4. And I'm like, brother,
everybody got to eat.
Are you sure you want to say that? And then you got the Swifties like, oh, the Eagles have thugs on their team and all this type of shit. I'm like, Rashee Rice is a felon. I don't want to hear it from you. He has a felony. I don't want to hear it. All right. You had Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt. My God, dude. Like, can y'all have some shame?
Hello, knee.
Good Lord, man. Unreal, dude. I get so frustrated with that nonsense. Yeah, but it's a good point, man. As somebody else who hears the noise and tries to say, I don't hear the noise, it's exhausting. You know what I mean? We don't even have noise. I'm talking about noise from my parents talking about me. I don't care. Yeah, I care about that. Why are you saying that about me? I'm figuring it out. But in all reality,
Parts parents are his rap voice.
Dude, I'm like, you're just trying to bring
you down. Like Justin Fields.
They're not trying to do what's best for you. They're not trying to do what's best for you. They're not telling you to go out and get some fresh air because it's good for you. They just want to see you fail. They don't want to see you do good at video games and stuff.
You guys heard Justin Fields' video? I mean, his press conference this week.
So when he said he found himself in the closet crying, that one?
Yeah, not even just that part, but yeah.
I only saw that part.
So apparently, I don't know if you guys seen a couple weeks ago.
Woody Johnson.
Before they named, Woody Johnson came out and just kind of like threw my man.
I did. Yeah, I did see this.
So they asked him about it, and he was like, I don't really care about outside opinion. I mean, I know he's supposed to be the owner and everything, but outside opinions. And everybody just looking around like, brother, that's your boss. What do you mean?
And I know this is an Eagles pod. We're supposed to keep it Eagles centric, but my whole thing on that, if you ain't fully believing the dude, why would you pay him $39 million? Why?
But the thing is it's not even all that. It's like,
you
dude,
believe in the coach.
He just talks about quarterbacks and everybody goes to the Jets to die. Maybe it's not the quarterbacks. Maybe it's you. Maybe there's something. Maybe you have a Jerry Jones type aura on your team. Maybe that's something. I don't know. Listen. He went to two of my least favorite schools in the continental United States, but he's a vegan. So Justin Fields is a fan of me, man. I've been a fan since I saw the Chipotle Bowl. You know, they always have the signature Chipotle bowls. I can never eat them, bro. Never get to eat them. I see the Justin Fields. I'm like, beans, fajitas, cheese, salsa. This is a vegetarian meal. Oh, I was there, bro. I was signed up, man. I was like, all right, Justin Fields, you got a fan in me.
Mm-hmm.
Got a fan in me.
Especially if you did something that DJ Lag would never do.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Okay.
All right. Trade deadline.
I didn't hear anything. DJ Lag is the goddamn truth. At least his name is Julian. Julian is a girl and a boy name. All right, make up your mind, Julian. Good Lord, DJ. That's a name.
You don't even want to talk about the Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan, my God. Grow up.
That's a fire.
More cartoons. More cartoons.
That's a fire nickname. That's a fire nickname. Can't lie.
The fire nickname. Can't lie. The best quarterback. You sound like. That's you sound like fire nickname. I don't care, dude. I think it's a stupid nickname. He didn't even turn on fire or anything, bro. Bullshit.
You must not have watched him play then.
Can he spontaneously combust? Can he spontaneously combust?
Yeah, you must haven't seen that boy. What Adrian Peterson say? When I seen him throw that ball.
When I seen him throw that ball.
Like, you need to watch your Buckeye game with too. I was like, oh my goodness, this guy is great. Hell,
I'm okay.
Him as a quarterback.
I'm okay. He might be Julian saying,
my goodness, he is so
boo boo. I'm good. Boo boo. Boo boo. La boo boo. Garbage. I'm okay. I don't want to hear it. Trade deadline.
Free AP.
Huh?
Free AP.
I was in Minnesota at the time. I don't know about that one, man. They released the pictures of his kid's hands, and I was like, "Oh my God, damn!"
No, he got arrested. He got arrested again.
What did he do this time?
DWI.
Oh, that's right.
Put the cup down, brother.
You're driving. Oh, while intoxicated. Yeah. Is that different than DUI?
When I seen them throw that bond away.
But is it different? Is it different?
I don't know. I think one of them might be alcohol, and the other one might be like other
just
drugs.
Driving with it. It don't matter. It don't matter what you have. DWI is just driving with it. So if you're in a state where something's not legal, or you can't drive with it.
Is it not while intoxicated? Is it while intoxicated? Driving while intoxicated? Is that what it is?
I thought it was driving with. But
no, I think it's driving while.
Okay.
I think it's driving.
That's what I'm asking because it sounds the same. Driving under the influence while intoxicated.
Nah.
Ask your fiance.
Yeah, I know. What's the difference between a DUI and a DWI?
I'm gonna Google it. Difference.
All right, let's while you're googling that, just few points. I know, big W.
Okay. A DUI in states that differentiate, a DUI can be a less severe charge than a DWI, with DWI often indicating a higher level of impairment or a specific type of intoxication.
So I guess basically running into the kicker versus roughing the kicker.
Basically, yeah.
He must have been soused behind that wheel. AP,
don't drink and drive, man. Just call
it.
Not a great
guy. Not a great guy, but a great player. Hell of a player. That what was it? 2000.
Billy Bliss does not condone driving under the influence.
No, we do not. Hey, that's the other thing. Like separating the player from the person. People are able to do it negatively, but when it comes to doing it in a positive way, nobody's able to do it. I'm like, can y'all just be nice to players? But then, like a player will do something horrendous.
Jalen Hurts is getting called a tush-push merchant. And every time he scores a tush-push, he pays for another air conditioner in Philadelphia school. Like, y'all should root for tush-pushes actively. And everybody's like, look at this douche. Look at this guy.
They're rooting for the guy who likes his tush-pushed with Deshaun Watson. My God, dude. Oh, God. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, why are we hating on the good guys? And yeah, the Chiefs, man. And then you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes. You know, he didn't do anything wrong, but he sucks. You know, he sucks.
I'm here.
I'm here. Yeah, you gotta do like I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, why does he keep copying Raiola, bro? Why does he keep copying Raiola? It's kind of weird, bro. Why are you copying Dylan Raiola so much, Patrick Mahomes? Little odd. I don't know. All right. Trade deadline wise, deadline is next Wednesday.
They're gonna do something for sure.
Yeah, they'll do something. I don't know. McCreary obviously is not going to happen because he's on the Rams now.
Keon White is dead.
Huh?
Keon White is dead.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. My prediction is it's probably not going to be something super big. It'll probably just be another kind of margins player, somewhere to add a little bit of depth. Probably. I don't know. Howie doesn't have a history of making super big swings in season, so
a little bit of Reek Woolen action,
like,
maybe.
Yeah, huh?
Reek Woolen, maybe. Yeah, he is kind of stinky. You're right, Q. You're kind of right. You're right.
We have what's his name again? You just said it. Tariq. We have Tariq Woolen at home.
I don't know, man. Our Tariq Woolen like looking for the remote, bro.
It's
back here. Sit back there.
All right.
Not gonna lie though, a name I would watch. I don't know how likely this is, but Jermaine Johnson, New York Jets edge rusher.
Mm-hmm. That is one to watch. That is one to watch. Him, Will Campbell.
Not Money
Will
Works.
What's his name?
I guess Jermaine Johnson's still on a rookie contract, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Next year.
Isn't he only a second-year player?
No, he probably like third or fourth.
Okay.
But he should come with a fifth-year option. I believe he was the first.
Yeah, he was the first-round pick.
But my biggest takeaway from the trade deadline is,
or heading into the trade deadline.
Yeah, heading into the trade deadlines. There's maybe sometimes answers you've been looking for are just right in front of your face. The Philadelphia Eagles just haven't, and we've talked about this for about 2 years now. They just haven't played football together. You're still sitting here talking about your offensive line ain't healthy. And I mean, gratefully, they're playing better, but still missing pieces. We got Brett Tove taking important snaps weekly. A.J. Brown is missing games. And even when he was playing, I mean, I can't prove it, but I don't think he was all the way healthy. I've been saying that since week one. And I mean, you don't miss most of the off season with a hamstring and then just come back. And then it just mysteriously pops back up. Like, this is probably a good opportunity to get him some rest. 2 weeks, 15 days, honestly, because we got a Monday night game in the next game. Just to get him some time off. But the Eagles haven't played a lot together. Even when you look at the other side of the ball, we talk about the need for pass rush. I mean, thank God we got Brandon Graham back, but Nolan's missed so much time. And I mean, look how I look at it is I look at the situation for Nolan this year, for Jalix this year is a lot like we looked at it for Nolan last year. Granted, Nolan had a lot more surrounding him, so it made his job a lot easier last year for him to produce. But for Jalix last year, for Nolan last year, once Brandon went down and he became the guy, he had to learn and he became a whole hell of a player, and it's shown into the player that he is now. And the same happened for Jalix. It took a while. He had to work through a little kinks, but for the most part, once Nolan went down, he had to kind of turn the light on and figure it out. And sometimes you need these opportunities for you to better yourself as a team, as a roster. So getting Brandon Graham back, getting Nolan Smith back, of course, them being able to use Jahad Campbell on the edge, getting him some experience there. Like, you guys used the term multiplicity. 2 weeks ago, we talked about a position that was a weakness. In 3 weeks, we can talk about a position that's probably the deepest on the team and how they use the players if everybody can stay healthy. So, I mean, and then with cornerback, they've talked about, should they continue to mention the name Jacorian Bennett? They seem excited to get him back from injury reserve.
I think with him, they just feel like they don't have enough data on him. Like, they haven't really seen him.
So it'll be interesting to see exactly. I truly don't believe. I'd be surprised if they make a move. Yeah,
I think they're gonna do something for sure. There's gonna be some trade. How are you gonna scratch the edge? There's gonna be some trade made, even if it's for.
That's my point. Like, I like you kind of outlined, Quell. I just don't think they've played together much. And I just don't think there's many options out there that are going to fit what we want and what we want to pay. Mm-hmm. That's the other side of it. Is the price tag going to be exorbitant? So I think it's going to be a margins move. Probably he'll just try to scratch that itch, like you said, Pierre. But I don't think it's going to be something everyone's going to be super excited over. Like I know I see like Denzel Ward's name out there, a lot of things like
That's not happening.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Trey
But,
Hendrickson,
for
Max
me-
Crosby, all of instead.
Yeah,
Not happening. But
Anyways.
for me, as we're heading into the bye week, my biggest takeaway, like you pretty much kind of like you said, Q, the Eagles are in perfect position, man. They're 6-2 at the bye, 2 kind of litmus test games coming up against the Packers and Lions. They have the opportunity. They got 2 weeks here to get healthy. And it seems like on both sides of the ball, they're kind of, putting it all together and kind of gearing up for another second half run. So I think they're in a good position. They're in a good position.
All right. That does it for us this episode.
Wait, what's your takeaway, Parth?
The whole damn podcast. Nobody listened. You look better, man. That's it. I mean, I think I gave my takeaway at the beginning. Like it's the growth that I wanted to see. Now you got real tests in front of you. We'll see over the next 3 weeks, but 2 weeks of football. What this team is made of, because now you got some real challenges, and you got the Lions who are going to treat this like their damn Super Bowl. You know that. So
they feel good about this. They play the Commanders in a couple weeks, then they play the Eagles after that. They're gonna swear if they win those 2 games, they could have beat the Chiefs, man.
I know.
Didn't they beat the Chiefs early in the year?
I think they lost
so.
to the Chiefs. Did they beat the Chiefs?
We do
Chiefs
love you,
won,
Arthur Juan Brown.
30.
Jawan.
Yeah, that's the game. No, I remember they lost because Brian Branch crashed out.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out. Big shouts. You'll never pay for a beer in Philadelphia, Brian Branch. I got you personally. Anyways, we appreciate all 72 of you who joined us today.
Punch that boy like that.
That was hilarious, dude. And Juju was walking up the field with a bloody nose. That was amazing. That was wonderful stuff.
Corvette.
Juju, bro. Oh man, Juju's fall from grace was insane, dude. Like he was the man. Like early in his career when he smacked Fontes after he killed AB, and then he got his CTE.
After he killed AB is crazy.
Well, he did.
I mean, I'm sure our young fellas that listen to this podcast will understand that.
Yeah, and then we just saw the fall off, dude. It was crazy. And then it all took head with the Bradbury stuff. I was like, dude, like you're not even good. And now I'm celebrating him getting punched in the face, and it's awesome. So
bring back bullying.
Bring back bullying. Bully Juju. Anyways, thank you to all 72 of you who joined us. Make sure you
list does not condone bullying in this, right?
Yeah.
Unless we're talking about
we're definitely condoning bullying. Well, I say it every podcast that bullying is good, dude. Do you know how much bullying I took for being a vegetarian Indian kid in Minnesota? And then
can we at least say you must be 18 or plus to contribute
to bully?
Yeah. Leave these kids alone, man.
Dude, so some of these kids
need DJ Legway.
Get off of TikTok. Julian Sand needing some bullying. Get off of TikTok. Get off of TikTok. Get outside, go play outside, get bullied, and then you become the bully. It's a beautiful circle of life, dude. And we're missing out. We're missing out on these beautiful, beautiful core memories for the children. But anyways, thank you to all 72 of you that I've thanked now 3 times. For joining us. Make sure you rate, review, listen, subscribe. Yeah, rate us 5 stars.
Tap in Friday for a special episode. We got a really special guest coming on for the first time.
The juice is loose.
I will unfortunately be gone, but we'll be tapped in. So with that, go Birds and enjoy your bye week, everyone.
Go Birds.
Bye week. Go Birds.
It's a good bye week. We need it. Get healthy.
A good bye week.
It's not goodbye. It's see you later.
All right. With that one, end the stream. Goodbye. Go Birds, everyone.
Go Birds.